When this video trended, I was really happy, not because I am going to be famous or maybe popular, I'm going to get something out of this, but because people will get to see that elephants can be very loving and not what most people think about elephants as very dangerous animals.
It is up to us to be guardians of our own natural world, save our wild species, and provide a home.
My name is Kaunda, and I'm a reporter at Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. That's the national broadcaster, KBC. And I do news reporting. I'm working on the general news desk in the editorial department. After the clip, people now call me the Elephant Man. Whenever I walk in the streets, that's the guy, that's the Elephant Man, that's the Elephant Man. Kaunda is a wildlife enthusiast, and I've always dreamt of becoming a wildlife conservationist and also a wildlife journalist at the same time. So with this drought that's going on in Kenya, I thought, since I love wildlife and I know about the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust and what they do, maybe to say a few quickly, what they do is they bring in orphaned elephants who have lost their parents to either drought, human-animal conflicts, and poaching. So in Kenya right now, maybe East Africa, we're really facing a very hard drought right now. So most of the elephants in the trust are victims of drought, who have lost their parents to drought, or maybe some of the orphaned baby elephants have been rescued from near death. So this feature story, I thought I should do this as a feature story in relation to what's currently happening in East Africa, the drought, because it was the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife also recorded a total of 205 elephants that had died between the month of February and October this year. And that's a lot of, that's so many elephants. Yeah, so I thought maybe I should seize this opportunity to do a feature story, which was also my first feature story ever since I became a reporter at KBC. It took me at least 2 weeks to secure the place for the filming, the Wildlife Trust. And when I got to the place, we went there very early in the morning. We were taken around, we got our shots like what the normal reporters and cameramen do when they're out there in the field. So during this time, we were there for I think 2 hours because we got there very early in the morning. During this time, we were engaging with these elephants, but we were being told that the elephants have different personalities just like we humans, and we cannot approach each individual elephant is approached differently. I don't want to ignore the fact that elephants are also wild animals at the same time, because they are not just baby elephants, there are also grown elephants around there. And we were very close and we were open in the wild. We were told you have to be cautious too, there might be lions, wild animals, because the place is near Nairobi National Park. When I was doing the PTC, the piece to camera, I kept my distance. When you watch the video that went viral, you can see like I had a few distance between, there was some distance between the elephants and I. So as I was doing the PTC, the first elephant in the viral video, this was the first elephant who came close to me. And then I put my hand on top of its head. If you've seen the video, I put my hand on top of the head of the elephant, and then it went away. It moved a little bit further. But then the one that was poking me, in the video you see it came from very far behind, and then it started poking me from my back. At first I felt the contact. I wanted to stop, but my cameraman was like, no, keep going, because you know I had done several takes. I think that was like, it was almost the 10th one, given the fact that it was my first feature story, so you know, the panicking and stuff. So the cameraman was behind the camera, was like, keep going, don't stop. So when I felt the contact, and you know when you're doing a PTC, your mind is usually focused on one thing, on the camera and your script in your mind. So I felt the first contact, the elephant trunk first came on my back, and then he brought it up all the way to my ears. So when it got to the ear, I felt a little bit of tickling, but I didn't want to stop because I was so much focused on the PTC that I felt it, but I didn't want to stop. Until to the point where the trunk got to my face and then to my mouth is when I stopped, and then I burst out in laughter because I'd really hold it for quite some time. People associate wild animals to be wild, as they are called, and very dangerous. But animals also have feelings, and one thing about animals is that they can sense. They have like a sixth sense compared to humans. When animals can sense when you are scared, when someone is scared, and when wild animals sense someone is scared, they know a scared person is a defensive person. A scared person is a dangerous person because when someone is scared, he or she, especially humans, might try to attack them in the name of defense. So when we are scared, we tend to release this adrenaline. We have this adrenaline rush, which with this adrenaline, there's a smell that comes from our body when we are scared. And animals can smell this smell. Not just elephants, but all animals. Even the dogs who live inside our homes, they can get this smell. So that's why when you see like in most situations where people face animals, dangerous animals, they're usually encouraged, don't run, stand your ground, don't run, don't be scared. That's what people are usually advised, because when you're scared, you tend to release this hormone. So at that point, I wasn't scared, not because like I was trying to hold it in, because I have trust for these animals. And I don't want to say that I'm a specialist in elephant character, but I've studied elephants so much, and I know and I can tell elephants when they are being loving or being protective or being defensive. So at that point I wasn't really scared, and I'm urging people not to see elephants as not only wild. With that video, at least I got to show people that even wild animals can be loving and very caring and curious too. I have an interest in wildlife. Ever since I was a young boy, I've been studying wildlife, especially the big five. I know like almost 90% of the characteristics of the big five. That's the elephant, leopard, a lion, and not cheetah, rhino, and the buffalo. Yeah, so I've been studying about these big five. So when like the PTC I was doing when I was close to these elephants, I knew like these are also wild animals. Elephants can be wild, as most people know them to be wild, very formidable creatures. But at the same time, even animals have affection. They can show affection, and you saw in the video. Yeah, so for me, after this video went viral, I can say now at least I have a voice. I have a voice, and I'm planning to use it to educate the public about about the benefit and importance of wildlife preservation, and how we can also save them from this drought that's really stricken us at a very bad time. It is said that this drought is one of the worst recorded in 40 years. I give social media very little time. When you see me on social media, you see I don't even have followers. I have very few. Like I mentioned, I only had 700 followers, and I was following 400. I'm following 400, and out of these 700 followers, all of them are people who know me personally. All of them. The ones that I had before this video went viral, they're people who know me personally, or maybe some few people who know me through a friend or of a friend. Yeah, that's why my circle is very small. Yeah, I rarely use social media, but now after this, I've seen now how powerful social media can be, because within a few hours, my video had gone viral all over the world. So with this now, I will use this platform, social media. I've planned to dedicate myself to my social media, to use it to educate people still about wildlife.